Good evening and welcome to Views with Joyce Waddell. I want to thank you for joining us this evening. We have a very interesting program for you. We're going to be talking with Jackie O'Kelly, and our topic for tonight is forgiven. And the reason that we've chosen that topic is because it's a testimony in itself. Often Jackie talks about forgiven. She sings about it, she gives a testimony about it, and she lets us all know that there should be room in everybody's heart to forgive. And so that's our topic. Welcome, Jackie.
Thank you.
And Jackie, how long have you been in Charlotte?
Well, we've been here, I'll say, about 5 months now. Got here in August.
Okay, and what brought you to Charlotte?
Well, I'm a gospel recording artist, and so we felt that since Charlotte is in the Bible Belt, that we thought that, it would be great to just come on this side of the United States and share the gospel, the words and of the gospel of forgiveness, and to just, God is opening the doors for us to be here.
Now, from California to Charlotte.
All the way from California.
And that's 3 days in a car, isn't it?
Yes, but it took us probably about a week because we took our time. So, yeah.
A week driving cross country in an automobile?
We were in a RV. We came in an RV. My husband, my 2 little dogs, and me.
So you just said goodbye to what part of California?
It was Fresno, California.
You said goodbye to California and hello,
Yes.
North Carolina.
Yes, and it's been great. I love Charlotte. I love this area.
And so you've been in gospel music all of your life and been singing all of your life.
Yes, ma'am, I have since 3 years old.
Now I found this picture here, and I didn't know if this was a picture of you or if this was a picture of you when you were modeling, or is it a picture of you when you were singing? What's happening with this picture?
Well, that is my press kit, which tells everything about what I do, and my bio and everything. So that's what I use. I have it on my.
So you have your own little book here.
Yes, it's a bio.
You created a
Yes.
book, and you have a lot of interesting things that's going on here with you. I see here that you were a semifinalist in the Gospel Award category in
That's
California.
Right. Well, actually, it was in Colorado. It's called the GMAs, and we went to Estes Park for that a few years ago.
And so that was quite interesting, wasn't it?
It was quite an ordeal. Yes.
And so you've been in other competitions too, haven't you?
I have.
And what were some of the most interesting ones?
Well, Well, that one I think was the most because, it taught me a lot on what they're looking for in an artist. And the competition is huge. There's a lot of great singers out there. And so it taught us how to prepare and to be the best that we can be, professionally and everything. So it was quite interesting.
Now you were singing in the church.
Yes.
And you were ministering in the church.
Yes.
You are the daughter of a minister.
I am. My dad, there's a lot of us in our family. There's 10 of us, and we all worked in my father's church. So there's musicians and singers.
And so
Yes.
Is the church still going on there?
Actually, the church is still going on. My dad is in heaven with the Lord. But we're still going forward. I have a couple of, I have a sister who's a recording artist as well, and it's all in our family. So we're just going forward with what we've been taught as children.
If there was
use
one
our gifts.
person who you emulate, one person who you greatly admire and admire their work and their style, who would that be?
Wow, I have so many, but
Would it be Aretha? No, she doesn't do gospel.
She doesn't do gospel. That's okay, but that girl can sing though, But I love, if you're talking about gospel, I love Yolanda Adams. I love a lot. There's a lot of them in there. I love the Clark sisters. There's a lot of them that I'm really fond of. As far as secular, I love Stevie Wonder. he's in, just there's a lot of people that I admire.
But when you talk about somebody who's doing what you do,
Yes.
you have Shirley Caesar.
Shirley is wonderful. She's a phenomenal woman, very beautiful and very real. Yes.
Now, is there any reason why you were more attractive to gospel than to R&B, jazz?
Well, I have a relationship with the Lord, and I'm called to spread the gospel through music in my way, in the way He's given it to me. I write my own music, and I have a message. I have something to say. So that my passion is to just encourage people. I just want to encourage and see people soar like we're supposed to. So that's just where my passion is.
You want to see people healed. You want to see people living a righteous and Christian life.
Absolutely, because
And
that's the
sometimes
best.
that's so difficult to do, isn't it?
Well, I think if you make up your mind, anybody can do whatever they want to do when they make up their mind to do it, and when they know, it's relationship.
And it's getting rid of things that you're carrying, isn't it? When we
It
talk about
helps.
our topic for tonight, which
Yes.
is forgiving.
Yes,
So you're going to do a song tonight.
I'm gonna do a song. The first song is gonna be "Letting Go," and we're
Okay.
gonna talk about letting go.
Okay, so after you finish the song about letting go, we're going to listen closely to those lyrics.
Okay.
And as we listen closely to those lyrics, then we're going to talk about what is it in that song that's a message, that's a ministry in and of itself that will help someone
Yes.
to let go.
Yes.
Okay. They'll get your music ready.
Get some water.
I'll bring you some.
I was sitting on my patio on a Sunday morning, thanking my God for the peace I have within, reminiscing about the time when I didn't have that peace of mind. I couldn't understand what He was doing in my life. And I heard Him speak to me in a still small voice. Be still and know I am God. Let it go. You don't have to live there anymore. And He said, take a hold of my hand, because I have the perfect plan for your life. I'll make it all right. Letting go, there's freedom in letting go. We can't grow unless we let it go. Can't allow these things to hold us captive anymore. You'll have peace and joy when you let it go. It's alright. It's alright. Let it go. Yeah. So it's up to you to choose what you're going to do to make this whole thing right. Don't wait, it's never too late. So please don't hesitate. It will make a difference in your life. And I heard someone say, letting go brings life, holding on brings death. So if you want to live, you gotta let it go. The choice is yours. You can praise and be raised, or complain and remain. You gotta let it go. Letting go, there's freedom in letting go. We can't grow unless we let it go. Can't allow these things to hold us captive anymore. You'll have peace and joy when you let it go. It's alright. It's alright. Let it go. Letting go. There's freedom in letting go. We can't grow unless we let it go. Can't allow these things to hold us captive anymore. You'll have peace and
The shame,
let it go.
the blame,
Let it go.
through the storm,
Let it go.
through the rain.
Let it go.
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 Your failures,
Let it go.
disappointment,
Let it go.
unforgiveness,
Let it go.
let it go.
Let it go.
All bitterness,
Let it go.
insecurity,
Let it go.
doubt and fear. Oh, let it go. And anger,
Let it go.
depression,
Let it go.
so-called friendship,
Let it
yeah.
go.
Let it go. Release it
Let it go.
like an eagle. You were soared. Just let it go. Your past and your future, whatever it is, yeah. Let it go.
Amen.
Let it go. Thank you. Now I want you to rejoice with me and just let's have fun with this one. I will lift up mine eyes to the hills where my help comes from. Our help is in the name of the Lord who made heaven and earth. God is our refuge, strength, a very present help in trouble. He supplies all our needs according to his riches and glory. Oh, wait on the Lord and be of good courage, and he will strengthen thine heart. Be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might, for our strength comes from the Lord. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Yeah. So trust in the Lord and lean not unto your own understanding. Oh, in all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your path. Well, I've never seen the righteous forsaken, nor is he begging for bread. Oh, yeah. Wait on the Lord and be of good courage, and he will strengthen thine heart. Be strong in the Lord and in the power, yes, for our strength comes from the Lord. So I will call on the name of the Lord. Your help comes from the Lord. Woo, come on, let's get your dance on right here. Woo! Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know that your help comes from the Lord. You can call on him anytime. This is the word of the Lord. It says, oh, never seen the righteous forsaken. No. Never seen the righteous forsaken. Oh, no. Never seen the righteous forsaken. No, and see begging for bread. Never seen the righteous forsaken. No. Never seen the righteous forsaken. No. Never seen the righteous forsaken. No, you see begging for bread. I never have to worry. Oh, I never have to fret. Even in times of trouble, he is there undeniable. I'm rejoicing evermore. I have fullness of joy. Ooh, joy everlasting. 'Cause my joy comes from the Lord. When I'm weak, he is strong. Well, he'll never leave me alone. No. from a mighty long way. And he's turned my darkness into day. And I thank you. You are my joy. And I praise you. You are my strength. And I bless you, Lord. I bless you. Because you are my peace. And I love you, Lord. I love you. You are my help. I want to thank you. 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 Yes. Oh, yes. Hallelujah. Woo.
Jackie, you've been featured in a lot of newspaper articles.
Yes.
And one of the newspaper articles talks about the strength of your family and how your family shaped who you are.
Yes.
You must be the youngest.
No, I'm not actually. I'm the 7th child. There's
You're in
10
the
of
middle.
us. I'm in the middle. There's 10 of us. I have 3 siblings under me. So, yes.
So the ones above you are the ones who shape your life, according to the newspaper article.
Well, yes, they paved the way. My dad, but of course I was small when I was singing with my older brothers when I was 3, 4 years old, somewhere around there. And so yes, they paved the way because they all did music. They all did. They played in Las Vegas. You know, everybody's not going, maybe not in the same direction I'm going in, but they shaped us and taught us, and I've played with them, and you know, we all sang together. So yes.
So family is very important
Family
in a
is
career.
solid. Yes, it is.
In life, because
Yes,
it's
it
a
is.
support system.
I love my family. When I was going through my sickness with breast cancer, they were so supportive of me. So I thank God for my
Were you the
mom
only
and-
one in your family who had breast cancer?
Actually, no. Well, and among my siblings, yes. Well, I have an older sister who had it, and then I had a grandmother and her daughters, who were my mother's sisters. 2 of them passed away from breast cancer.
You know, sometimes it's in the environment, the place where you live. And there are things in the environment that you don't know about that's
You know,
invading your body.
I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I know that for a fact, that, you know, if we took care of our bodies and we took care of ourselves, that we can probably eliminate a lot of sickness that we take in. So that's another subject.
Yeah, we'll talk about that one on
Yes.
our next segment.
Okay.
As we talk about, because you
Yes.
do sing about it. Now, in the
Yes.
first, you had another newspaper article talking about how to persevere.
Yes.
And how perseverance is so important in
Yes,
life.
it is. Yes, it is. I've been through, just like everybody else, we go through different trials, tribulations. We go through things.
Is that God testing you, or is it the devil testing you?
I believe that it's part of, I believe that the enemy brings adversity, but God turns it around for our good. Because if we never go through anything, how can we ever know to be strong and to persevere? And things that we go through shapes our lives. I really believe everybody is on a journey, and everything, whatever we experience, is to shape us. It's for many reasons, but I believe that it builds us up to be stronger. And now everything that I've gone through, all it did, the devil thought he was going to turn it around for harm, but God turned it around for good.
Now, in the first song, and we have titled our program,
Yes.
Forgiven.
Yes.
The first song, you talked about forgiven, and you
Yes.
talked about many things that come into our lives.
Yes.
Many experiences we have to look forward to
Yes.
forgive.
Yes. The forgiveness, letting go. You can't go forward. In the first song I sang was called Letting Go. And I've learned this from experience, that you can't go forward unless you let some things go. And if it's not forgiving someone who has wronged you, whether it's insecurities or doubt and fear, those are the things, those are very powerful forces that really holds us down, and that we don't go forward in our lives and be all that we're called to be, because everybody has an assignment. We have something to do. We have lives to change. That's how I look at
Well,
it.
how is it that some people don't find their assignment, or they find it and they don't assume it? They don't take ownership of it.
Well,
Can everybody find their assignment?
I believe that, maybe, I don't know, I think that if everybody really recognize who they are and don't lose themselves, if they know who they are and they know what if they have any kind of desire to be a singer or to be whatever they want to be, they can be it, because it all starts with the mind. It all starts with the mind, and then there's God and all other forces, but it all comes out of your mouth, what you speak, what you feel, what all of that plays in the part that can form our lives. You can speak death in your life, or you can speak life. So, people, even what we say, we have to be careful what we say, because you can speak death or life. So I think, because death and life is in the power of the tongue, and that's what the word says. But anybody can be, I believe that people can be what they want to be if they put their heart and mind to it, and they persevere through the trials, which is the hardest thing.
In your song, Forgiveness, you cited but 4 different adjectives when you said forgiven. And the song focused on those 4 different emotions,
There's a lot
experiences that people have. So in each of them, do you think each individual at some point will experience it?
I believe everybody experiences fear, doubt, depression. There's a lot of that all around us, even in the church. It's everywhere. People hide. They hide under something to hide the pain, or they sweep things under the rug and don't deal with it. So, everybody has their own way, their own in how they deal with things. But I believe that there comes a time where we have to decide. Some people don't want to fight to get over the hump, and because they just give up. And what I desire to do is encourage people not to give up. Doubt and fear and all those things are very powerful forces, and they can damage us.
And in that first song, Forgiven, those are the emotions, those are the experiences in life that you say people must get rid of. They got to get rid of doubt, fear,
depression, unforgiveness, insecurities. They might be insecure about themselves, their future, their past. That's pretty deep. Your future, some people are worried about their future, Do
they worry? Is it customary that one would worry more about the future than the past?
Probably so, because they don't know what the future holds or whatever. You can't, But then, I don't know. I think it's a balance, because the past there's a saying that don't let your past determine your future. Your past can determine it if you allow it. So, that's why you have to let go of the past so you can go forward, because your past doesn't have to determine your future.
Now, when you wrote that, you wrote the words to that song?
I did.
Okay.
I did.
Do you normally write your words?
I write. I'm my best writer when I experience it, because that's the only way that I know how to put it into. And I've experienced hurt, pain, depression. I've experienced that, and then I've known people who've experienced it.
Now, after you write your songs, do you write songs for other people also? Because I know sometimes people who sing, they don't write their own songs.
I think that's coming. I've been told that I was a pretty good writer and that I should write for others, so I think it's coming.
And it's surprising, like when Michael Jackson didn't write all of his.
Wow, I am surprised.
His songs.
Okay, I am surprised.
Whitney didn't write all of her songs.
Okay.
So sometimes very famous artists don't write all of their songs, but the royalties will also go to the person who wrote the song.
Yes, it does. Yeah, that's a whole business aspect of that, but yes.
And so when you write your songs, you write the lyrics, you sing them the way you intend for them to be sung.
I sing them as they
It's what you want the audience, the people to hear.
Yes.
It's not what someone else decided that they wanted the person to hear.
That's right. I believe that when you connect with people, you get to know what people go through, and you're never alone. You go through things that other people have experienced.
Now, often musicians, vocalists will carry a group of people around with them. Do you do that?
I'd like to. I'm working on that. I like to get a band and do that, but most of the time I go by myself. And when I do concerts, I hire musicians to play for me when I do concerts.
But But you don't carry a bunch of.
Not yet. Hopefully one day. Well, no, I will one day.
Carry
Yes, carry.
your
Yeah,
own
travel. I
entourage.
would love to. Yeah, I would love to tour, and take my own people with me. And
Because many of the big time vocalists, many of them who have been in it a long time,
they have
carry.
their people. Yes.
And sometimes they will just get people when they go from
Why
city.
they're there? Yes. It just depends.
I noticed that there's a big concert that's here in April, and a lot of the vocalists, they come and they come alone.
Yes. Yeah. Well, it's less expensive. I'm sure that might be it.
But not even, but not even a band.
Well, they use tracks just like I did today. Sometimes you carry your band with you on a disc.
So that's the track. That's your own personal track.
Yes, it is. I do all my background vocals and everything. So that's
You did
that's
it yourself?
Me. That's me on a lot of the last song. It wasn't, but the first and the one that I'm gonna do are all my vocals. So.
That makes it very easy because then you don't have to answer to anybody else.
Well, it is less, but sometimes you take the good with the bad or whatever, but I would love to have a band. It's nothing like having your own people behind you playing instruments and we're gelling together, and it's a great feeling.
Now, when you came from California to Charlotte, you know no one, you said.
No. We found out, I believe that when we looked at Charlotte about coming in, because we had choices. We had a choice to move other places, but we did a study on Charlotte, and we love what we read about Charlotte. And I think after that, if I'm not mistaken, my husband found out that he had a cousin there after we decided, if I'm not mistaken, we decided to come here. So I believe it's a God thing. I'm happy to be here.
Well, thank you, and thank you for being with us. And so when we come back on our next segment, we're going to talk about the ministry, the thing that's behind what you do.
Yes.
In other words, we're going to be looking at the wind beneath your wings, because there is some wind beneath. There is something that keeps you going.
Oh, definitely.
And the spirituality that you grew up with, being in the church all of your life.
Yes. I would love to come back.
Okay. So you have your own testimony.
Yes, I do.
And that's what brings you here. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you so much.
And audience, we want to thank you too for being with us on Views with Joyce Waddell. I want you to tune in again next week when Jackie O'Kelly will be back.
Thank you. So I'm not doing another song?